And now for reals, I'm gonna mute you. Okay. So these 45 minutes, as you know, they go by super fast. I know that in having a class that starts at noon, we've already been moving. Hopefully your day has already been fulfilling. If not, get ready for your hearts to fill, the rest of your body to feel so good. So as you settle into your child's pose, high Dutch, take your knees apart and walk your fingertips to the top of your mat. Hey, Anna, nice to see you. We're starting in child's pose as a way to become grounded. So take just a little bit of time here to clear your mind of any thoughts, anything that you've going on after class, anything that happened before this very moment. Put it on hold. As I always remind you, your breath is your superpower. So use your superpower now to just clear out your lungs, feel your body, become a little bit more relaxed on your mat. And then allow your next inhale to fill you right back up. Take that air down to the base of your belly and then open your mouth, sigh it out, feel your chest, your stomach drop closer to the ground. And if your elbows aren't bent, slightly bend them now so that you can feel your chest drop closer to the mat. Your shoulder blades are peeling apart. Feel your knees root down into the ground, your shins connect to the floor. And before we start to move, just take a moment to set an intention for your practice. My intention today is to think about the things in my life that I am happy for, that I'm grateful for. So gratitude is my intention. We're going to do a lot of chest openers today. If that's something that you need, if that's something that resonates with you, you're definitely welcome to borrow it. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk your fingertips to the top of your mat, straighten out your arms, and then press your palms together. On your next exhale, bend your elbows so that you can plug your thumbs into the back of your neck. Feel your elbows root down. Visualize your chest dropping closer to the mat so that your triceps can stretch. Stay here for one more round of breath. Exhale, sigh it out. Then as you inhale, straighten out your arms, start to walk your hands over to your hips. So you're gonna come up into a seated position. So you're gonna stack your shoulders over your hips, kick your legs to one side, go into crisscross applesauce. Stack your shoulders over your hips, sweep your arms up, and then as you exhale, bend your elbows, cactus out your arms, bring your chest to the top of your mat, squeeze your shoulder blades together, take your elbows further back, lift your chin just a little bit higher. Release, sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand onto your right knee. Your right hand goes behind you. Do a light spine twist, bringing your right shoulder back. Look past your right shoulder, allow your hips to root. Keep your left hand on your right knee and then just swing your right arm up and then around toward the top left corner of your mat. So you're opening up the right side of your body, you're framing your right ear with your right bicep. Looks really good, Carrie. Everyone keep your right hip down. Start to peel your right shoulder back like you're opening up your chest to the ceiling or the sky. Release. Bring your right hand down to your left knee. Tuck your chin into your chest so you're creating an X with your arms. Round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, and then release. Sweep your arms all the way up. Fingertips reach up to the ceiling, stack your wrists over your shoulders. Exhale, cactus out your arms. Lift your chin, open up your chest, squeeze your shoulders in, and then release, bringing your arms up. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand onto your left knee, light spine twist. Dig your left hand into the floor, look past your left shoulder. Keep that connection between your right hand and your left knee. Release by reaching your left hand to the top right corner of your mat. Frame your left ear with your left bicep. Keep your left hip rooted, but keep your left arm long and strong. Dig your left knee into your right hand and notice how that opens up the left side of your body. Peel your left shoulder back, bring your right shoulder forward, exposing your chest to the ceiling. And then release, bring your left hand onto your right knee, go back into that X, round your back, suck your stomach in, tuck your toe bone, create that deep lengthening in your spine. Release by sweeping your arms all the way back up. And then as you exhale, plant your hands down in front of your knees, drop your head down, bend your elbows so that they rest into the ground. So you're just opening up the sides of your body, your shoulders. As you root your hips down, you're opening up your hips. Stay here for one more round of breath. Remain for your exhale. And then if you can from here, you're just gonna roll into your tabletop. So stack your shoulders over your wrists, keep your hips over your knees. And if that was too funky of a transition for you, then you can do it another way, but just get back into your tabletop. Dig your knees into the ground, untuck your toes so that the tops of your feet press into the floor. We're gonna go right into cat-cow. Start with your cat, round your back, tuck your tailbone in. You're gonna stay here for your inhale and your next exhale. Release as you inhale, drop your stomach and then lift your tailbone. Look up towards the ceiling, bring your chest towards your triceps. Look up a little bit higher, stay for your exhale, your inhale, and then on your next exhale, round your back. We're gonna go into regular timing of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your stomach. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then from here, you get 3 rounds on your own. Take any other movements that your body may need. Maybe close your eyes. Get lost in your movements. As always, you're moving with your breath. That is what yoga is. You're uniting your breath with your body, with your mind, your spirit. So stay in tune with what's going on within the 4 corners of your mat, nothing else around you. When you're done with your 3, let me know by going back into your neutral tabletop. All right, keep your hips right over your knees. Start to walk your fingertips to the top of your mat for melted heart. As you walk your fingertips forward, make sure your wrists stay in line with your shoulders. Allow your stomach and your chest to inch closer to the ground. This is a deep chest opener. And since we are still getting warmed up, don't put too much pressure here on really opening up the front of your body. This is just the warm up. Rest your forehead on the ground. Unless you're super open, you can start bringing your chin forward. Rest your chin on the mat. You're gonna be here for 2 rounds of breath. Allow your stomach to drop. Lift your tailbone, dig your knees into the ground. Final round of breath here. And then release by walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, and then as you exhale, lift your knees an inch off of the ground for your tabletop plank. Round your upper back, straighten out your arms. Engage your core by pulling your belly button into your spine. Stay here for 1 more round of breath, and then we're gonna move into our plank. Straighten out your legs. Engage your quads, drive your heels to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push up into your downward dog, lift your hips, ground your heels, walk it out. Bend 1 knee at a time. Swivel your hips from side to side. Press your hands into the ground so that your chest inches closer to your thighs. If you're still walking the dog, come back to the center with both legs straight. And then as you inhale, lift your heels off of the ground, roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, drive them down, engage your quads, feel your hamstrings open up, lift your hips. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhale, lift your heels off of the mat a little bit more, roll the weight to your toes. Good, Jordan. Exhale, drive your heels down, straighten out your legs, engage your quads. From here, as you look forward, bend your knees, bring your hips back to your heels. This is your bear. Your arms are straight. Your chest is dropping down to your thighs. Your knees are hovering. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, shoot forward into your plank. Drive your heels to the back of your mat, engage your quads. We're gonna do that one more time. Bear pose, inhale. Bend your knees, they're gonna hover. Bring your hips back to your heels, straighten out your arms, press your hands into the ground. As you exhale, shoot forward into your plank, then meet me in your downward dog. Hopefully by now you're super warm. We're gonna go into some sun salutations. Look forward, bend your knees, walk step, or if you're ready, you can jump to the top of your mat. Come up into your halfway lift, roll the weight to your toes as you exhale, hinge at your hips, and then sweep your arms up, reverse swan dive. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling, cactus out your arms like we did in the warm up, open up your chest, squeeze your shoulders, lift your chin, and then drop your arms behind your back. Interlock all 10 fingers. Drive your knuckles down to the ground. Take it even further by bringing your thumbs away from your tailbone. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Keep the grip. Drop your head down. Bring the crown of your head down to the tops of your feet as you drive your knuckles up. Release by dropping your hands down to the ground. Go into your halfway lift. Roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or jump back to chaturanga. Remember to land with your elbows bent. And then take your backward bend as your hips drop. Open up your chest. Lengthen your spine. That's our flow. We're going to do 3 more. Roll over your toes, lift your hips, ground your heels, open up the back and front side of your body. Look forward, bend your knees, walk step, jump to the top, land lightly, go into your halfway lift. Exhale, hinge, and then sweep your arms up. Feel the front of your body open as you take your arms up. Exhale, cactus out your arms, push your hips to the top of your mat, lift your chin, bring your arms behind your back. Get that grip, drive your knuckles down first, and then take your thumbs away from your tailbone. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down with your core engaged. Melt your chest down to your thighs, drive your knuckles up. Then on your inhale, drop your hands down to the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at your hips, plant your hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. As your hips drop, keep your arms straight and strong. Really good, Anna. Relax your shoulders. Beautiful, Carlos. Downward dog. Roll over your toes. Lift your hips. Exhale, ground your heels. Final 2. Look forward, bend your knees, walk step, jump to the top. Meet me in your halfway lift. Exhale, hinge. Energize your arms up. Keep your lower body muscles engaged. Reach your fingertips high. Exhale, cactus out your arms. Open up your chest. Drop your hands down. Squeeze your palms together. Bring your thumbs farther away. Exhale, come all the way down. Feel the front of your body open up. Bring your forehead closer to your shins. Release by dropping your hands down. And then meet me in your halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at your hips, plant your hands, step or jump back. Go into that backward bend. Engage your triceps this time. Feel your hips sink. Open up the front of your body. Downward dog, roll over your toes, lift your hips. Exhale, ground your heels. This is our last one. Make it count, look forward. Bend your knees, walk step, jump to the top. Onto your halfway lift. Feel your body move. Exhale, come all the way down. And then energize your arms up. Sweep them up and over your head first. And then take that backward bend. Open up your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then bring your arms behind your back. Drive your knuckles down. So good, Dario. Take your thumbs away from your tailbone. Exhale. Hinge at your hips. Drive your knuckles up. Squeeze your palms together. You got it. Drop your hands down. Go into your halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at your hips, plant your hands down, step or jump back. Go into that backward bend. Feel the front of your body, your hips open, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes. Then push up into your downward dog, lift your hips. Exhale, ground your heels. On your next inhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Place your left hand in front of your face, so just plant it down into the ground, bend your left knee, peel your right arm up. As you extend your right hand up to the ceiling, keep your right leg straight, and then go into a bind by bringing your right arm back behind you. You can either rest the back of your hand onto your small of your back or grab the inside of your left thigh with your hand. Either way, peel your right shoulder back so that your right hip opens, your chest opens up to the ceiling. You're also getting into your lower back. Release, switch sides. Plant your right hand down, bend your right knee. Peel your left arm first, all the way up. Stack your wrists with your shoulders. Go for the extension and then the bind. So either left hand resting on the small of your back Grab the inside of your right thigh. Either way, you're peeling your left shoulder back to open up your chest to the left side of your mat. Release. Drop your left hand down. Walk your fingertips forward and then go into a child's pose, either with your knees apart and your arms forward or with your knees together and walking your fingertips to the back of your mat. So this is your first probably of 2 breaks today. Always remind yourself you're welcome to go into child's pose anytime you need a break. Take breaks as many times as you need. Remember, you're listening to your body. You're becoming more in tune with who you are on your mat, what you're capable of doing. Take as many breaks as you need, water whenever you need it. All right, without further ado, we're gonna get into our flow. Push up into your tabletop. Once your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, tuck your toes, lift your knees off of the ground. We're gonna go into some hip dips. So as you inhale, drop your knees to the right, bring your hips to the left, so you're just rolling onto your toes. Feel your lower back stretch. As you exhale, come right back up to the center. Inhale, knees go to the left. Bring your hips to the right. Use your exhale to come right back up into your tabletop. And we're gonna go from left to right for 15 more seconds. So swivel your hips. I'm gonna watch y'all. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your fingertips spread and your belly button pulled into your spine to protect your lower back. You're already down to your last 5, 2, 1. Stop in the center, straighten out your legs, and then push up into your downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, ground your heels closer to the mat. Feel your hamstrings lengthen. As you inhale, sweep up your right leg, point your toes, and then bend your right knee. As your knee points up to the ceiling and your toes point down, drop your right shoulder. Keep them square to the ground. So the right side of your body is opening. You've got it, Lisa. Excellent work, Jen. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, tap it. And then as you inhale, point your right leg back to the back of your mat. Extend your leg to the back wall. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow, tap it. Inhale, straighten out your leg to the back of your mat, lift your foot just a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, step it through, crescent lunge, sweep your arms up. So you're on your left toes, you're gonna bend your right knee a lot. Square off your hips to the top of your mat. Keep your wrists in line with your shoulders. Get your right thigh parallel to the floor. Good focus, everyone. You've got it, Jordan. As you inhale, hinge at your hips. So you're gonna reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Your chest is not gonna rest on your thigh. You wanna use your core strength to keep it off of your leg. Drive your left heel back. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Stay here for 1 round of breath. As you exhale, go into your lunge twist. Drop your left hand, peel your right arm up. Open up your chest to the ceiling. So take your right hand away from your midline. Bring your right knee into your midline so that your right hip opens. Release, bringing your right hand down. Walk your fingertips 6 inches in front of your right foot. You're gonna launch into your modified warrior 3. So fingertips are gonna stay in line with your shoulders. Point your left toes, straighten out your left leg. You got it, everyone. Hips are square to the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, curl in. Bring your knee and your forehead to touch. Right leg stay straight. Inhale, straighten out your left leg. Point your toes, your heel, your hip are in one line. 2 more. Exhale, curl in. Round your back. Tuck your chin into your chest. Get your forehead closer to your knee. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Last one. Exhale, curl in, round your back. Feel your shoulder blades peel apart. The back of your right leg open. Release, straighten out your left leg. Drop your left foot down. Meet me back in your crescent. And then blossom open into your warrior 2. Face the left side of your mat. Bounce it out. Feel your hips open. Reach your fingertips apart. Open up your chest. Extend through the crown of your head, but drop your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left. Take your elbows up, but bend your right knee so that your hips drop. So you're getting into your hips, your shoulders. On your next exhale, lift your elbows up, farther away from your chest, lift your chin. I know you all have it in you, bend your right knee a little bit more. Take your elbows up a little bit higher. Release back into your warrior two. Reverse it. Sweep your right arm back. Bend your elbow and then grab the back of your head with your hand. So this is a supported reverse warrior. By grabbing the back of your head, you're going to get into the right side of your body a little bit more. Bend your right knee a lot and then look up. Release into your extended side angle. Rest your right hand either on the ground or your right elbow on your thigh. And then frame your left ear with your left bicep. Open up the left side of your body. If you have a block, Savannah, Alicia, it's a good time to use it. You can place your right hand on it. We'll talk about that later. Stay for one more round of breath. Release. Drop your left hand down. Frame your right foot with both of your hands. And then sweep your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Flow. Keep your leg lifted if you can. Shift forward. Bend your elbows back. And then open up your chest. Drop your hips. Exhale, downward dog. On your inhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat as you toe wheel your feet apart for Malasana. You want your toes out, your heels in. Bend your knees, sink your hips, either resting your elbows on your thighs or in between your knees. Feel your chest open to the top of your mat as your hips drop down, as you dig your elbows into your knees. As your hands are in prayer, if they are, bring your thumbs closer to your chest. Keep your spine long. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Sigh it out. Drop your hands down. Point your toes forward, hinge at your hips, grab opposite elbows, and then sway from side to side. Roll the weight to your toes and keep your quads engaged so that you can really get into your hamstrings. Visualize the crown of your head and your elbows touching the mat. Maybe they already are. And then stop in the center. Plant your hands down, walk them forward as you toe heel your feet hip width distance apart to go into your downward dog. So you're in that upside down V shape, hands and feet are hip width distance apart. As you inhale, lift up your left leg, point your toes, and then bend your left knee. Point your toes down, drop your left shoulder, feel the left side of your body open. And as you do all of that, you're trying to bring your right heel closer to the mat. Awesome. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow, tap it. Inhale, straighten out your leg, point your toes, feel the top of your left foot stretch. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow, tap it. Inhale, straighten out your leg, point your toes, bring it up as you drive your right heel down. And then as you exhale, step it through, meet me in your crescent lunge, energize your arms up. As your fingertips reach up to the ceiling, bend your left knee, straighten out your right leg, keep your hips square to the ground, keep your chin parallel to the floor, bounce it out if you need. Awesome work. Take a deep breath and then hinge out your hips. Your arms are straight and strong, engage all the muscles that you can, so biceps, triceps. Drive your right heel back, keep your left foot rooted down. Eyes are down at the ground. Stay for one more round of breath. Notice what happens as you press your foot into the floor a little bit more. Bend your left knee. And then release into your lunge twist. Drop your right hand. Peel your left hand up. As you bring your left hand away from your midline, bring your left knee in. Keep your left thigh parallel to the mat. Feel your chest open up to the ceiling and your left side hip open. Release. Bring your left hand down. Walk your fingertips forward for your modified warrior three. So launching into that balance pose. Straighten out your right leg. Keep your hips square to the ground. Same thing as your shoulders. We've got those cute little core exercises. As you exhale, round your back. Bring your forehead and your knee to touch. Keep your left leg straight. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Point your toes. Keep your heel in line with your hip. Two more. Exhale, curl in, round your back. Dig your fingertips into the floor. Bring your chin into your chest. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Last one, exhale, curl in. Bring your forehead and your knee closer than you've ever done before. And then release, straighten out your leg. Drop your right foot back, go back into your crescent. Bend your left knee even more, then open up. Warrior two, bend your left knee, bounce it out. Bring your left knee away from your midline, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open up your chest, and then go into eagle arms. Swing your left arm underneath your right. As you bend your left knee, take your elbows farther away from your chest, lift your chin. As you reach your fingertips to the ceiling, feel your shoulders open up. And as you bend your left knee even more, feel your hips open up. Keep your right leg straight and strong. One more round of breath. And then release, straighten out your arms, open up your chest, reverse your warrior. Reach your left arm back first and then bend your left elbow. Grab the back of your head with your hand. Bend your left knee a lot. Feel your hips drop closer to the ground. Stay for one more round of breath. And then release, go back into your warrior two. Cartwheel your arms, frame your foot with your hands, and then sweep your left leg all the way up. You're in your three-legged dog. Point your toes, drive your right heel down, and then flow. Shift forward. Bring your shoulders past your wrists, bend your elbows back, and then open up your chest. Go into your downward dog, bring your hips up. As you exhale, ground your heels, and then go into a child's pose. Take a second here. If you need a towel off, do that. If you need water, definitely have some. So that was our flow. I'm going to build onto that. We've only got one more sequence before we slow things down. I hope y'all are feeling really good. It looks like none of you need water, which is excellent. So as you take some time here, reconnect to your intention. Remind yourself what brought you to your mat today. And notice how this child's pose feels compared to the first time around. How much space you've already created in your body, how much better you feel with every breath that you take. Be in the moment. On your next inhale, push up into your tabletop. Tuck your toes, and then straighten out your legs. Bring your hips up. You're in that upside down V. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. We're gonna go into this sequence a little bit faster. As you inhale, sweep up your right leg. Point your toes, bend your knee. Feel the right side of your body open. If you're open and you're ready for it, you can flip the dog, go into wild thing. Right foot goes to the left side of your mat, lift your chin, open up your chest. Maybe take your fingertips away from your midline, drop your head back. Release, bring your right hand down, sweep your right leg up for those core planks. Straighten out your right leg. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, tap. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Exhale, right knee goes to your left elbow, tap. Inhale, bring your leg up, squeeze your right butt cheek, lift. Then meet me in your crescent, step your foot forward, energize your arms up as you drive your left heel back. Feel your chest and your hips open as you reach your fingertips high, then hinge at your hips. Keep your arms strong, drive your left heel back, then drop down into your lunge twist, reach your right arm back. Bring your right arm away from your midline, left knee or right knee into your midline. Twisting your spine, opening up your chest. Release, plant your hands down, walk it forward into your warrior three. So you can do this modified, or if you want, you can bring your hands up to your heart for the ultimate balance. So if you are going into your full warrior three, you're gonna stay here. If your hands are on the ground, you've got those three crunches. So the choice is yours. Whatever you do, commit to it and stick with it. If you're working on your balance, ground your right big toe into the floor. If you're going into your crunches, bring your forehead as close to your knee as you can. When you're done with your three, let me know by straightening out your left leg. My friends who went into warrior three with your hands up, bring your hands back down to the ground. Awesome. Then meet me back in your crescent. Sweep your arms up, open up your chest, blossom open into your warrior two. Bounce it out. Take your feet farther apart, create that 90-degree angle with your right leg, swing your right arm underneath your left, and then right away, lift your elbows up, open up your chest, drop your hips down by bending your right knee. And then as you inhale, open up your chest, straighten out your arms, reverse your warrior, sweep your right arm back, grab the back of your head with your hand, Bend your right knee even more, maybe go into the bind by grabbing the inside of your right thigh with your left hand. Open up your chest by bringing your right elbow away from your midline. Drop your hips even more. Keep your left leg straight. Release. Bring your arms back to parallel. Extended side angle. Reach your left arm to the top of your mat. Left leg is straight. Bring your right shoulder forward. Left shoulder back. And then release. Bring your hands down. Frame your foot with your hands. Sweep your right leg up, three-legged dog for your flow. Shift it forward. Bend your elbows, open up your chest. And then go into your downward dog. I just realized I forgot extended side angle on the other side. So I'll hold it for double time when we go into it here. Take a deep breath. Exhale, ground your heels down to the floor. Inhale, lift up your left leg, point your toes, bend your knee, point your toes down. Keep your shoulders square to the ground. And if you flip the dog on the other side, do it here. Left foot goes to the right side of your mat. Lift your chin, open up your chest, drop your head back, and then take your hand away from your midline. Looking so good, Jen. Squeeze your glutes, lift your chin a little bit higher, and then release. Drop your left hand down. Straighten out your left leg. We got those core planks. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow tap. Inhale, straighten out your leg. Exhale, left knee goes to your right elbow, tap it. And then inhale, straighten out your leg, point your toes. On your exhale, curl in, step it through, crescent, energize your arms up, bend your knee, straighten out your right leg. Right leg is straight and strong, drive your right heel back. Keep your hips square to the top of your mat, and then hinge at your hips. Keep your left foot planted, drive your right heel back. You're gonna feel your arms strengthen, your left leg get so strong. Keep your left big toe planted into the floor, drive your right heel back, hold it, and then release into your lunge twist. Drop your right hand, peel your left hand up. Once you find your solid foundation, start to take your left hand back, bring your left knee into your midline, feel your spine twist as your left hip opens up, eyes are up to the ceiling. Release, plant your left hand down, walk your fingertips forward, launch into your warrior three, either modified or bringing your hands up. If you are going into the balance, you can either do hands in prayer, or you can energize your fingertips to the back of your mat, or even sweep them forward. But if your hands are on the ground, do those core planks. That's the option that I'm taking. Inhale as you straighten, exhale as you curl. You've only got three. When you're done with your three, let me know by straightening out your leg. My friends who went into the full warrior three, plant your hands back down. Excellent. And then sweep your arms up, crescent. Blossom open into your warrior two. Open up to the right side of your mat, drop your hips, bend your knees. Stop with the bouncing, reach your fingertips apart, and then swing your left arm underneath your right. Lift your elbows away from your chest, bend your left knee a lot. Lift your chin, open up your shoulders. Roll the weight to the outside edge of your right foot. Bring your left knee away from your midline. And then release. Back into your warrior two. To reverse it, sweep your left arm all the way back. Then grab the back of your head. Feel the left side of your body, your left triceps open. Then take the bind, grab the inside of your left thigh with your right hand. Peel your right shoulder back. Lift your chin, bend your left knee more than you think you can. Stay for one more round of breath. Release, go back into your warrior two. I'm not gonna forget, extended side angle. Either rest your elbow on your thigh, reach our right arm all the way to the top of your mat. So you've got a long line of energy from your right fingertips to the outside edge of your right foot. Take a deep breath in. We're gonna hold this for a while since I missed out the first time around. Use your breath to stay focused. Tighten up your right butt cheek, squeeze it. Bring your left knee away from your midline. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring your right hand down. Frame your foot with your hands. Sweep your left leg up. Three-legged dog. And just like that, it's over. Chaturanga. Shift forward. Bend your elbows back. Open up your chest, sink your hips down, and then exhale, push up into your downward dog. Drive your heels down to the mat. On your inhale, bring your right hand to your left foot. You're going into a downward dog twist. So as you keep your left hand planted down, either grab your ankle, your calf, whatever you can reach for, and then bend your right elbow so that you can feel your shoulder open. Look underneath your left bicep. And at the same time, drive your heels closer to the mat. Release, plant your right hand down, switch sides. Grab for your right ankle with your left hand. If your hand is slipping like mine is, really dig your hand into the floor and go into the deepest twist that you can, looking underneath your right bicep. Stay here for 1 cycle of breath. Release. Drop your left hand down, go into your tabletop, and then take 1 moment here to just swivel your hips from side to side. Keep your eyes down at the ground so that your neck stays in line with your spine. And as you inhale, straighten out your right leg. So lift your right foot off the mat, point your toes. And then as you exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So we're going into your low lizard. Your right knee is stacked over your ankle. Your toes are hovering outside the edge of your mat. Keep your arms straight, or if you want to take it even deeper, you can drop down to your elbows. We're winding down, as you know. So as you drop down to your elbows, if that's the option that you're taking, drop your head down. And even if your arms are straight, tuck your chin into your chest. You have the option here to roll the weight to the outside edge of your right foot. If your hips are open, if you want them to open up a little bit more, take your right knee farther away from your midline. Looking great, Carrie, Alicia, take a deep breath in. Use your exhale to find your deepest stretch. And then release. If you drop down to your elbows, come all the way back up. Keep your left hand planted on the mat. Peel your right arm up. Open up your chest. You can stay here if you want to go into a deeper stretch and go into a bind. Start bending your left knee to get into your left side quads. So as you go into this stretch, if that's what you're doing, feel your hips drop. Bring your heel closer to your hip. Start to peel your right shoulder back. This is also allowing you to get into your chest. Release. Let go of the grip if you went into that bind. Bring your right hand down and then just step your right foot back. Left side, inhale. Straighten out your left leg, point your toes. And then as you exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Walk your right toes back. Move from side to side. Keep your wrists under your shoulders. Drop your head down. And if you went into the deeper variation on the other side, go for it here for the sake of balance, right? Drop your elbows down. Keep them under your shoulders. Keep your shoulders, your hips square to the mat. Roll the weight to the outside edge of your left foot. Take your knee far away from your midline. Feel your upper back open. Allow your hips to drop down with every exhale. And then release. If you drop down to your elbows, straighten out your arms. Keep your right hand on the floor. And then start to peel your left hand up. You can stay here or go for the bind. Bend your right knee. Bring your heel closer to your hip. Feel your chest open up to the left side of your mat with your right hand planted. Got the support below you. Feel your spine twist, left side hip open, your chest, your shoulders open up. 1 round of breath. And then release, let it go. Bring your left hand down. Step your left foot back. And then before we lay down, we're gonna go into the deepest backward bend, camel pose. So keep your knees 6 inches apart. Place your hands on your hips. We're super warmed up and ready for it. Your hands are gonna go right on your lower back. Fingertips face down. Squeeze your elbows in. And feel the support of the ground below your knees. As you look forward, lift your chin. So now you're gonna look up to the ceiling. See if you can take your elbows a little bit closer to each other while pushing your hips to the front of your mat. Looks so good, Shay. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, squeeze your glutes, drop your head back even more. Feel the front of your body open up. We're warmed up, we're ready for it. This chest opener is opening up your heart, it's opening up your lungs. You're gonna breathe so much easier. If you're able to see the back wall behind you, reach for the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet with your hands. Get a tight grip, open up your chest, your stomach, your quads. You've got 2 rounds of breath here. Your hands are still on your hips. You're still getting all the benefits of a backward bend. Everyone inhale together. Exhale, bring your hips forward a little bit more, Dario. You too, Carrie. Hips forward, Shay. Beautiful, everyone. And then release. Place your hands back on your hips. Bring your hips down to your heels. And then just kick your legs to one side and then lay down on your mat on your backs. So when you go down onto your mat, keep your knees bent. We're gonna go into 1 round of bridge, some light stretches. We're on the final stretch, final few minutes of class. To get ready for bridge, your knees are just gonna point up. Arms are gonna rest down both sides of your body. Make sure that you're looking up toward the ceiling so that the back of your neck is supported by the ground. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. As you ground your heels into the floor, put extra pressure on your shoulders so that your chest opens up to the ceiling. And then release. As you come down and as your hips drop, lift your feet off of the ground to go right into your happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet. Keep your legs at 90-degree angles, rock from side to side. Give your lower back and your shoulders a nice massage. As you root your shoulder blades down into the floor, feel your chest open up to the ceiling. If you're still rocking, come back to the center. Keep your feet this wide, but just drop them back down to the ground so that your knees point up. Now cactus out your arms. Keep them at 90-degree angles. As you exhale, drop your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. Nice little spine twist. So by dropping your knees to the right, you're opening up the left side of your body. By turning your head to the left, you're opening up the right side of your neck. If you want to deepen this stretch, you can lift your right foot off of the ground, rest your right heel on your left knee, guide it closer to the floor. Feel the left side of your body lengthen. Release. If you hook your foot, unhook it. Point your knees back up, face the ceiling, take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, drop your knees to the left, turn your head to the right. So now you're going to show you the right side of your body, the same love. As you turn your head to the right, left side of your neck opens. Lift your left foot off of the ground if that's the option you took. On the other side, create that deep, delicious stretch down the right side of your body. Your right hip is opening with both of your shoulders planted in the ground. Your chest is still continuing to open up to the ceiling. You've got 1 more round of breath. And then release, unhook your foot, point your knees back up. And then slowly straighten out your legs. To go into your final Savasana, keep your feet about hip width distance apart. Rest your arms down both sides of your body. And allow your body to just melt. Tap into your superpower, just like you've been doing all through class. Use it to wipe your slate clean. Use it to clear your mind of everything that's happened before this moment. You've worked hard for 45 minutes. You did movements that helped you understand what you are capable of doing, the strengths that you have, the things that you need to work on. One of the best parts about yoga, it's always a time for you to explore. When all the exploring is done now, you go from exploring to surrendering. And as you lay here, make the conscious effort to be as still as you can. to be as free as you can of any thoughts, of any external forces. This is where the magic happens. Allow your breath to just happen naturally. No pattern, no forcing. Take a deep breath in. Allow your exhale to bring you closer to your mat, deeper into the ground. And if you have any extra time today, you can stay here in your final savasana. But if you've got things to do and if you are ready, you can start to bring movement back into your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers. Rock your head from side to side. And then start to bring your arms up and over your head so that you can lengthen your arms, your spine, your legs. Point your toes to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, curl into a ball so that you can roll into a fetal position facing the right side of your mat. So use your right bicep as a pillow and both of your knees. And then whenever you're ready, push up into a seat. Face the top of your mat, keep your eyes closed, but just feel your hips root down, stack your shoulders over your hips, and rest your hands on your knees with your palms up. On your next inhale, bring your hands right up to your heart. Plug your thumbs into your chest to feel how strong your heart is beating for you. And as you do that, and as I do the same thing, I'd love to give you all thanks for this privilege to guide you, for the opportunity to connect with you, and also watch you become stronger versions of yourselves. From the bottom of my grateful and super open heart to all of yours, the light in me is so grateful for the light in all of you. Namaste. Yay. I was hoping to see at least one other person in their savasana, but nobody is, and that's okay. But happy Monday. Any notes? Anybody want to share anything? How are you all feeling?
You
No
made
one?
eyeliner fly right off my face from that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jen. So good to see you. Happy Monday to all of y'all. Thank you for being here, for your energy. And in case you're wondering, I don't know if anybody got as sweaty as I did, but I'm in the hot room right now, which is why I was like super drenched. But hopefully you got as drenched as I did. I'm going to be sending out a newsletter by the end of the day. I tagged most of y'all in this. There's a pop-up on Saturday. If you are a quaranLEAN member who paid for an unlimited membership, you get to pop in for free. But it's an inside flow class, which is a Vinyasa flow that incorporates a little bit of dancing to it. It's so much fun. It's on Saturday at 4 o'clock. That's it. I want to take a selfie before we go. Shay, that was the cutest face. Definitely don't do that for the selfie. Okay. I love you. Here we go. Thank you for being here. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Go crush your day. I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye, Dario.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Jordan.
I died today.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad, and you're welcome. Bye, Carrie. I will. Bye, Dario.
Bye. Bye.